Hey, so for me, it's good evening, but for you guys, it might be like, I don't know, morning or afternoon. I do hope you're enjoying a cup of tea, and I do hope you're enjoying the videos. Please do subscribe because that'll allow you to see when we've got new videos coming out, and hopefully that'll let you catch them as fast as possible. I just want to finish off my chat to you today about visibility. So as you know, we are property geeks. We have spreadsheets pretty much for most activities in the business because otherwise my head would explode. I mean, at the moment we're buying, well, I think we've got 8 properties that are either sold waiting to be paid for or on the market waiting to be offered on and then sold and paid for. I think we've got something like 15 to 17, I forget, and I'm so sorry, just over 15 projects that are currently being renovated. I myself have my own portfolio, which is pretty sizable, and therefore the rent roll and the tenancy management is pretty full. There are 4 people that work in that. And then on top of that, we are a deal sourcing business. So we have a whole bunch of properties that are waiting to be bought or literally just exchanging on. And also we're going to auction next week, and we're going to be trying to buy 8 properties. So if I kept all that in my head would just it would just be too much. Like, all the tea in China would not keep this girl chilled. So there's 2 things we do. One is we have everything on spreadsheets so that we're very, very clear in each of the departments. And for us, and I want you to think this way too, even if you've only got like yourself in your business, think in terms of departments. It's very much, I think it's the E-myth, isn't it, where you divide yourself into all the roles and initially you are doing everything. So for us, our departments are head office, which keeps us organised. Our departments are sourcing, obviously finding the discounted deals. We've got education. Oh, I'm so sorry. And I've got 2 fabulous mentoring groups, which I absolutely adore, and a whole year's curriculum as well. So you can see how much stuff we've got going on. So for us, we've got education, which is primarily the mentoring groups, and every now and again, just for fun, we do a workshop. We have development, which is the development up of the projects if they're going to be rented out in my portfolio, or buy to sells, which we either do as a business or in joint ventures. And then we have the lettings department. So let me just check. Sourcing, development, head office, lettings, and education. So that's great to have everything in spreadsheets, and I have pretty much every process in a spreadsheet so we just know how to deal with it. However, I also need a bit of visibility. So in the office, on the wall, Ash has a list of deals that he's about to release with the release date, because we send out a text on the first day, and then we send out about a 10, 11-page report the following day. And that's really visible for him and for everybody else. It's got the address, so if anyone was to phone in, everybody knows. And I mean, at the moment, we have 8 deals to release. So they're kind of like stacking up like aeroplanes, you know, ready to take off the runway. We also have a number of whiteboards, and I just wanted to have a brief geek out about those. So we have a sourcing whiteboard. That is every deal that we have already that we have sourced but hasn't yet exchanged. And so within that, we've got the deal number, we've got the property address, we've got, if we've sold it to an investor, it's the investor, or if it's us, then it's us, the solicitor, and then an exchange date target. And then we have 3 columns. One is the estate agent, the second is the solicitor, and the third is the investor, if it is sold to an investor. And we tick that column every week to make sure we've talked to the solicitor, the estate agent, and the investor. It's just very visible in the office. The second we've got is the development board, and that is all the properties that are currently under development. So as soon as they've exchanged, if we're developing them, we whap them on that board. It's the property, the builder, who's the owner, whether it's ours or whether it's, say it was a joint venture, and then what kind of refurb it is. You know, is it a light refurb, a heavy refurb? Is it a conversion to flats? Are we building a house? That kind of stuff. And then the builder, because we don't run them. We work with 3 different sets of builders and we give them huge amounts of work. And then start date and end date, and then a section for notes. And that really, again, helps us stay visual in the office. And the third one is, it's only a little dinky because, I mean, it still holds about 15 properties, but the big whiteboards hold about 35 properties. So it's a little dinkster, and it's all the properties that we've got for sale. And we just want to know, is it completed, the build? Has it then been staged? Has it then been photographed? So these are little columns. And then has the spec been written? Is it advertised with the estate agent? And then have we got an offer on it? So in the business, we've got spreadsheets that tell us every single week how many viewings we've had and all the rest of it, because we want to keep a track of all that. But I want visibility. I want to know, how many properties am I buying? How many properties am I refurbing? And how many properties am I selling? And that is kind of in my face, whereas everything else in the business is quite quiet and in spreadsheets, which allows me to run the detail of the business, or my team to run the detail of business. So we vary between geeky spreadsheets for processes and also kind of high level, in your face visibility that makes me go, don't forget. So I hope that's helpful. And I'd suggest you might want to do a bit of a combo of both as well. See you soon. Bye.